They say everything in Hawaii moves on island time. The surf, the traffic, the DMV, and apparently the banks. If you are behind on your mortgage in the Aloha State, take a breath. You aren't getting kicked out next Tuesday. Hawaii has one of the longest foreclosure timelines in the entire country. We are talking 2 years, 3 years, sometimes longer than it takes to build a rail project. But whether you're a homeowner trying to save your slice of paradise or an investor looking to scoop up a deal without getting eaten by sharks, you need to know the rules, because in Hawaii, the foreclosure process is a judicial beast. First, let's get technical for a second, but I promise to keep it painless. Hawaii technically has 2 types of foreclosure, judicial and non-judicial. But here's the tea. Ever since the legislature passed Act 48 back in 2011 to protect homeowners, non-judicial foreclosures became a paperwork nightmare for banks. So most lenders here just say forget it and sue you in court instead. That means Hawaii is effectively a judicial foreclosure state. This is why it takes so long. The bank can't just change the locks. They have to ask a judge for permission, and our courts are, let's just say, thorough. So if you're a homeowner receiving those nasty letters, here is your timeline. Step 1, the breach letter. You miss a few payments. The bank sends a letter saying, pay up or else. Step 2, the complaint. If you ignore step 1, the bank files a lawsuit. You will get served a summons and complaint. Do not ignore this. You typically have 20 days to respond. If you ghost the court, you get a default judgment, which is fancy lawyers speak for you lose automatically. But if you do respond, you buy yourself time, and here is your golden ticket, mediation. Hawaii has the Mortgage Foreclosure Dispute Resolution Program. If you qualify, you can force the bank to sit down with you and a mediator. This stops the foreclosure clock while you negotiate. And let me tell you, banks hate this. It drags things out. But for you, it's a lifeline to negotiate a loan mod or a short sale. Now, if you lose in court, the judge issues a summary judgment and appoints a commissioner. This isn't a cop, it's usually just a local attorney appointed to sell your house. From the first missed payment to the actual auction, in Hawaii, we consistently see timelines of 600 to over 1,000 days. That is years of living in the home. Use that time to save money, fix your credit, or find a new plan. Do not just sit there watching the waves. Okay, investors, I see you taking notes. You want a deal in Kaka'ako or a fixer-upper in Kalihi. Buying a foreclosure here is not like buying on the MLS. There are no staging furniture or fresh cookies. It's called a commissioner's sale. Here is the reality. You usually cannot see inside the house. That's right. You are buying $1 million asset based on drive-by looks and vibes. Is there a hole in the roof? Maybe. Did the previous owner take the copper wiring? Possibly. It is sold strictly as is. The auction. These happen at the circuit court, usually at noon. It's old school. No online bidding. You show up on the courthouse steps. Literally. You need 10% down in cash or a cashier's check the moment the hammer falls. Not tomorrow. Right then. And you usually have about 35 days to pay the rest. If you don't, you lose your deposit. Poof. Gone. But wait. There's a plot twist. You won the auction. You high-fived your partner. You're popping the champagne. Hi. Put the cork back in. Hawaii has a little thing called the confirmation hearing. About a month after the auction, a judge has to confirm the sale. At this hearing, the bidding can be reopened. Yes, you heard me. If someone shows up to court and says, Your Honor, I'll pay at least 5% more than that guy, the judge can say, let's keep the auction going, right there in the courtroom. I have seen grown men cry at confirmation hearings. They thought they had the house, they spent money on title searches, and then boom, outbid at the finish line. Pro tip, if you are the investor, show up to the confirmation hearing ready to defend your bid. Before we wrap, 2 quick gotchas that will wreck your day. Number 1, junior versus senior liens. If you buy a foreclosure, you usually wipe out the junior liens, like second mortgages or credit card judgments. But if you're buying a foreclosure initiated by a condo association, HOA, for unpaid fees, you might be buying the condo subject to the existing mortgage. That means you just bought a condo for $10,000, but you now owe the bank $500,000. Read the title report. Number 2, deficiency judgments. For homeowners, in a judicial foreclosure, the bank can technically come after you for the difference if the house sells for less than you owe. However, in Hawaii, if you're an owner-occupant and don't have piles of other assets, banks rarely chase this. It's expensive for them. But legally, it is possible. Look, Hawaii real estate is not for the faint of heart. The prices are high, the laws are complex, and the timelines are long. If you are a homeowner, time is your best asset. Use it. If you are an investor, knowledge is your safety net. Use it. If you found this helpful, smash that like button so the algorithm knows we exist out here in the middle of the Pacific. I'll see you in the next one. Aloha, my friend.